I ain't a carburetor guy. I just do what I do when I gotta do it to get done what I need to get did. Warning, we're just having fun. If you take stuff too serious, this channel may not be for you, buddy. Man, oh man, here we go again. And this week, guys, we've got a short week because it's Thanksgiving, or a crazy week anyhow. So happy Thanksgiving. It's probably, yeah, it's past by now. Now last week, me and Slick Fitty here, we gave a little love to the little Chevy Love, aka the Love Tap. She's the Love Tap with the custom fuel cap. Yeah, don't worry about that. Anyhow, she kind of got fixed up on some and, you know, kind of spit shined on a little bit. So if you ain't seen that one, be sure to go check it out. And also the Love Tap shirts, surely by now are in stock on the website. Let me tell you what else is on the puddins.fab.shop. Right here we got a box of Richardson 112 hats. I ain't decided which ones we're releasing yet, but I'm gonna release 500 hats, guys. And last time those things sold so dang quick, and I gotta release this stuff as we can handle it, okay? So 500 Richardson 112 hats. This one may not even be available right now, I don't know. All kinds of color combos, so y'all go check them babies out. And these are good quality hats, guys, made by the Custom Crown. You can find them on the Instagrammer, but man, do they make a nice, sharp hat. We probably won't release any more hats until after Christmas, okay? So when they're gone, they're gone. So this nice Monday morning here, we're gonna go do a little snatching. Get her hooked up to that old trailer there. Yep. Now we ain't got super far to go here. It's pretty close, probably 15 minutes down the road or so. And this truck, it is not ours, guys. We're not buying it. We're not building it just to, you know, try to keep them comments down, I guess. But this truck belongs to Slick's family, and we're gonna get it going for them. Now, as y'all know, I usually don't do customer work, but this ain't customer work. This is a special occasion. Make sure we got us a couple straps, a little toe strap. Make sure we got our old air tire inflator. Ooh, may want to grab an extra battery, cold's whipping them. Our jump starter pack, and yeah, keep all the ratchet straps in flannels, don't worry about that. We'll grab us an extra old DeWalt battery and then, oh shit. Right. Direct hit, took my bicep clean off. Of course, I'm so solid, I almost snapped that tailgate in half. Y'all see that? Mess around with me, that thing's gonna get crushed. Sometimes you gotta choose your battles, guys. There we go, got us a couple extras, a little spare. Goodness. Most folks around town know that this truck right here has all the horsepower. Dang, look at this fancy black top. Well, here she is. Plumb full of hubcaps. Got some kind of bumper in the back of her, I see. And if we look down here, can't tell when she was last tagged. She's got the old drop hitch deluxe on her. All kinds of beefed up there. I always thought those were good looking bumpers. Oop. There you go. Oh, well, we got dirt daubers falling. I thought we had a rat running for a second. I heard clunking and I was about to hightail it.
I've got a new filter, got new plugs, new belts. I heard it go click. Is it froze up?
No, she ain't froze up. She spun, which is good. Now the motor looks like she's been worked on.
It's new.
New motor rebuilt. Well, she looks like she's in pretty good shape.
Brand new tires on the front. It's probably not worth 2 cents.
Yeah. Well, they were brand new when parked anyhow. She's been parked here for a minute, as y'all can probably tell there.
Back tire almost looks like it's still got tits on it.
Yeah, they do. Sure enough. Right there.
Yeah. I might have bought 4.
Yeah, you gave her new tires all the way around. You got to put new tires on it to park it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
All right, that door opens good, don't it? We'll hit her with some looby dooby there. There's all your information some of y'all want to know. Floors, steps, whatever, all look pretty decent in this thing. Of course, she's the 3 on the tree special. And hey, we've been known to throw a blanket or 2 on some seats. This truck's nice and simple, guys, and well, that's what they want to keep it, is nice and simple. They just want to be able to, he wants to be able to take his wife up and down the road in it again. Even closes good. So this is Kendall, and Kendall knows the most about this rig.
It's fun.
Yeah? When'd y'all acquire it?
Probably 2000.
You said something about driving her with some no brakes or something?
Yeah, we had to drive it home with no brakes, so. If you want to stop, just turn the key off and hope.
Yeah, hope and pray she comes to a stop.
Just roll until she stops.
Well, she's a good looking rig, and we're gonna have to, I see y'all got the chainsaw out for us, so we're gonna probably trim them, I'm guessing, and do a little winching here. You want to cut her flush, but keep her out the dirt, that way you don't dull your blade. Yeah. Don't worry if you break her, we'll just come to the back of it and choose some new ones. Who is the hubcap collector?
Grandpa was.
Grandpa? Any of them match? Maybe.
I don't know, he had some in there to go for a 65 Mustang.
Looks like he has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Come on, baby. Both our tires on the passenger side took. This one, look at her, their sidewall and her tire way up here. The bead way down there. She'll take, I got faith in her. Go, baby, go. She is slightly buried as well. Just about ready, and we're gonna pull on her. I got a little tractor here, so instead of loading her backwards, I think we're gonna pull her back that way and then do a little flip-flopping all around till we can get her whoop, straight on the trailer. It's looking like we're gonna be free of hailstorm for now anyhow, so we'll probably get her little protection pulled off here. Hey, looky there, that works. Keep from scratching her paint. Oh, air in the tires and styrofoam off the windshield. She's looking better already. Yeah, this one's dropping quick. Where is it? Right in here somewhere. I can feel it. I wiggled on it a second ago and everything kind of felt all right.
He's in roll mode.
These two are rolling pretty good. How about this side? Rolling and rolling. Oh yeah, let her have a little sunlight out here. We're gonna slap a little more air in them helper bags because this is a little heavier probably than them mini trucks we're used to toting around. Well, we got her all loaded up here, and me and Slick's about to head to the house. Gentlemen, it was nice meeting you. Thank you, sir.
Good to meet you.
It was nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the help loading
You
it.
betcha.
I know what it is. That wood knot's green, sir. That is coolant we've got going. Sun's coming out to play today, guys. We're gonna get the jalopies out the shop and see if we can get the new jalopy in the shop. Better get her off the trailer before she goes flat again. Speaking of trailer, this truck's almost the length of this trailer. I know y'all've heard of long beds, but that's a long bed. Hey-o. Now we did have a antifreeze leak somewhere from it on the trailer. Oh, somewhere from it. Just look down. It has absolutely nothing to do with this lower radiator hose that's just chilling right there. What we got in there? A little surprise? Little surprise. So right here y'all can see we got the good straight 6 in her. What's that old Mortsky says about the straight 6 is something about like 6 in a row, none of his stuff can tow quite like the tow roller. Something like that. It's all right, Mortsky. It's all right, buddy. Got all that Bobcat equipment, but she can't keep up with the tow roller. It's understandable. Now, I don't even know what came in these 58 Apaches, guys. Besides some cardboard installation to keep that from rattling. That came factory. Probably not really. The internet says she come with the 235, all right? You could also get her with the 265, the old V8. We'll start with pulling spark plug number 1 here. We'll go ahead and mark it. I was like, oh, that sucker's loose, but that's how that vacuum advance works down there. I see now. That whole thing does the spinnerooey. So I guess number 1 is marked right there. There's that spot, so we know that's going to number 1 right here. Oh, she's loose. She didn't have no torque on her. They said this engine was rebuilt, that it, don't have very many miles on it, I guess. But it's just been sitting for a good 10 years at least. She looks like she may have been running a little rich. And of course I can't see diddly. I need to get a new bore scope, guys. I charged mine up and it just won't connect to my phone anymore, so I can't ever see what's going on down in there. There's a lot of little dirt and debris there. So I'm actually gonna throw that right back in real quick. And we're gonna see how that dust and dirt likes playing with about 120 PSI, okay? "120 PSI wins every time." Little dirt dauber. Whoop! Holy cow, did y'all see everything coming out of that old radiator? It's been 1958 since that radiator's been cleaned out. Told you I got that air set to kill mode. Now right here we've got the custom vacuum advance cooling feature. This is a pretty rare option. Didn't come on a lot of these old rigs. That mud ball acts as a cooling system to cool your vacuum advance air for maximum pulling power. Rip your pants. That's what the straps are for, buddy. Not quite as good as giving her a good pressure washing, but at least we knocked the loose stuff off anyhow. Since we're gonna pop all these off, I'm gonna go ahead and just confirm our fire in order so we know we can put her back the same way and should be good. So 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4. Yeah. So pop all them, fire in order looks good, which is good. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this cap too. Oh, she's kind of stuck on there a little bit. Hey, outside that cap is plumb dirty, but if you look here, take a little gander at the inside, and that sucker's pretty clean. Little corrosion. Almost looks like that's grooved or something. What, we got the rotor with the extendo kit? Nah, she could use cleaned up a little too. Number 2's nice and suited too. You see that one? That's how much she wasn't threaded in, number 1. See how them threads are all rusty? Now look at that one. That one wasn't very tight neither. Got some rust on them. This one's not torqued neither. Won't have to crawl plumb up on her to get 5 and 6 back here and then tuck it. Yep, come on, baby. Number 5. And as I kneel here with my hiney towards the highway, number 6. Oh, ain't gonna have a back left on me. So we got the plugs out them 6 cylinders of Fury. And y'all know me, I like to shoot some looby-dooby down in them. 1, 2, 3. She may not be flowing very good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Gonna have to get us a fresh new can so we can keep going. And we're just gonna get a little looby-dooby on all kinds of stuff. If it should move, it gets the lube. That's my saying. My other saying is, if that sun's in your eyes, you'll dang near go blind. See how that moves? It gets the lube. Guaranteed, those should move, it gets the lube. In fact, we'll be generous. The whole column gets a little bit. If you look way down in there, we're gonna hit her with a sniper shot. 300 yards. Got her. Vacuum advance swinging device. It moves. It gets the lube. If I was a bet man, this carburetor's gonna have to be kind of rebuilt possibly. Maybe not. I've been wrong before. But it also moves. So it gets the lube. And the cylinders get the lube one more time. Now speaking of looby dooby, let's look at this truck's looby dooby. She may look dark to y'all, but I can actually see through it pretty good. Looks good. Smells good. Feels good. I think we can safely start it off of this. We can change it if we want to. I think I got something on my nose. We're safe to crank on it. We probably will change the oil. Yeah. Get that looby doobie out of our way, and we'll put in a battery that's entirely too small. It may have came out the U-Haul. Oh, braided unit's in good shape. Look at that. Now she may be a little rink-dink, but hey, don't worry about that, okay? Just as long as you clean her. But most importantly, you believe in her. You can do it, baby. She should handle whatever this old 235 wants to throw at her. So I think we're ready to see if she wants to crank. Now, little tricky here. She should have the little push thing in the floor to start this rig. By start it, I mean engage the starter, because a starter don't start an engine, it spins an engine. So y'all can see her right there. I like how they put it next to the gas pedal. That way you can start it and then, oh, you gotta get over. It's cold outside. You gotta work that gas pedal, keep her running. Gotta have them side by side so you can quick foot it, you know what I mean? That lever pushes that rod, which goes down and pushes that switch or whatever on that starter and makes her spin. Next, I'm gonna have my lovely assistant go push her one time for us. Go ahead. Get the old jumper pack deluxe. Go ahead, Slick. She just ain't much liking that, is she? We're gonna come back here and see our buddy old pal, Mr. Mercer. Cause y'all know all his rod parts. That's a little crunchy, guys. She's been on there for a minute. We're gonna start with trying to ground just directly to our engine. Be sure you got a red cable for your ground and a black one for your positive. Just because that braided one looks decent, don't mean the one down there is good. It's gonna ground the body, and then down there you're going from the body to the engine. We're just gonna go from the battery straight to the old straight 6. It's a whole lot of straightness going on. Hey, that's better. Bad ground will get you. What if we hit her with the old booster pack deluxe though? That's good. Bad ground will get you every time, guys. Every time. Just for a little fun, we're gonna check compression on this. Now, usually we can hook up our little switch here, but that don't really work in this situation, does it? You ain't got a switch. Just get you your good thing of tie wire here. Loop her down there around that rod and give her my best twist job here. Grabbed us a spare socket, and I'm gonna make us a little T-handle we can pull here, kinda. She's gonna kind of be like a lawnmower or a chainsaw. She's gonna be pull start. Let's give her a first tug and see if it works. Hey, it works. Got kind of pulled down, but we'll take it. Where'd she be? There she is. We're gonna pull off our oil bath filter here. That way we can get maximum airflow through that tiny little carburetor. There she goes. Oh, well, that's all we gotta do to take that off. Ain't no need in pulling the lid there, dummy. And with that off, well, there's the cutest little carburetor we ever have seen. Hopefully she ain't stuck. Where's the linkage? Oh, it goes between our manifolds there. And which way does she pull? Up, down, around, sideways, backwards? She don't pull no way. I think she's locked up on us here. Oh no, don't give her too much. She's locked up, sir. Yeah, you know what they say, stuck is stuck. And if she wants to be ornery, we'll just pull her off there. Gotta get her freed up one way or another, so we'll just take the Pot County speed wrench to her. I guess we ain't gotta pull that because it's already disconnected there, so we'll come down low. What's that for? Vacuum advance? Yeah, runs down there. Get it. Looks like we got a custom wire job here as a retaining pin. Get her pulled out. Hey, I like that. Look, they made that with a rivet. That's some damn engineering if I've ever seen it. Pop that. And what we got? 2 bolts. Couple big hefty ones.
Can you get your wrench?
My wrench.
Yeah, you want a 9/16 or 5/8.
Slick's getting all fancy here with proper tools. Of course, I had to say something about carburetor and looby dooby and jinx us, and now we got a stuck one here. Hopefully I didn't jinx everything we spray with looby dooby, or we're gonna be in bad shape. Give her a little soak time. We'll heat it up and work it, pull it apart if we have to. We're trying to get that open to do our compression test, so we can do that now because I think that qualifies as open. Got our fancy puller here going live. I'd say she did about $1.10. Number 2 is going to be the racing cylinder, so she's going to have a little more compression. I can feel it. And by that I mean she's going to do about the same, or about $1.05. Now if I was a betting man, 1, rings may not be doing their full job, but 2, we're not spinning fast enough to just have crazy numbers. I think we'd have to replace our positive and get her spinning better for that. What will it be? Number 3. She's about an even 100, so we're dropping about 5 psi every go. We're gonna be at damn 85 by the time we make it back to number 6. When it comes to compression, we need more. Don't let me down, number 4. There we go, about $1.25. $1.25 will make this jalopy jump and jive. Holy cow, I cannot believe I threaded that in there blind first try. Just smooth as butter. Come alive, number 5. Solid, strong, 92 PSI. Number 6 gonna make me earn it back here. Yep, there we go. Had me doing the tippy toe boogie. I'm breathing more compression than this thing. Come on, number 6. 95. Oh, Slick was taking notes for us. $1.25 is about the highest we got, and a little over 90's the lowest. Still gonna blame that on the slow cranking. Hey, she is cranking though, so why don't we see if we can get a little spark out of her. A rubber coil wire, and we're gonna pop that back on. Here's our ground. She's got she's got the tape twist feature. That's gonna run down to our distributor, and when your points break, it's gonna break your ground, go into your coil, and that creates your zap. But to get that, you need 12 volts going to the other side. Now she has the twist tape feature in 2 spots, so we may shorten up on that for now. Let's just do a jumper wire and eliminate that. So we're gonna go alligator clip there to our positive side. We're gonna bring her up to this side. Hey-yo! We're back feeding our wiring all the way probably over to here, which is our ballast or whatever resistor. Then from there, you can see the little jumper wire added in. That's coming down here to, apparently, we've got the old electric fuel pump special on her. But do not fear. I think we got another twist right here. Oh no, she ain't twisted. She's actually butted together in our eyelet there, aka a Pot County butt splice. Oh, we just pop her apart. We got the Pot County tie down too. Hey, I like that. Tie wire it on right there instead of hooking it where it comes undone. Then you can take her up and around. That's good stuff. Let's just give her a little trim job. There we go. Now I kind of feel better about that flopping around if it does. Get the clip back on there, and we're just gonna crank on it and see if we happen to have spark. Give her a pull, Slick. No spark. She ain't got no spark. Just like Mortsky in front of a camera. Dull and boring. Speaking of Sir Mordecus, let's use his old Mortsky flick trick. You can file on them, you can clean on them, but you can also flick on them. Sometimes it works. So right here, yeah, see where they're sparking down in there? That's gonna be our contacts, or our points, that actually open and close. We're gonna start a fire in there. Got her on a flat spot there where hopefully they're touching each other now when we whoop on it. Go ahead. Yeah, that's got the light you up, knock you in the dirt if you ain't careful kind of spark going through her now. All we did was give her the Mortsky flick, so Mortsky's not worthless. He was good for that invention anyhow. So let's undo that because you don't want her getting too hot on you. He actually gave us some keys for this thing. So if I was a betting man, I bet we turn that key on and it'll make that coil hot. We'll hit that starter, and of course if it was all together, it'd probably be ready to go. By ready to go, I mean it'd be kind of ready to try. Now speaking of try, we're gonna try to take the base off of this and see if we can't get it freed up. Oh, got that loose. Get one big hunking screw out. Hey now, pull that lever. Oh, pull that pin. What's that go to? Our accelerator pump or something in there? I don't know. Give her a little love tap off there. And hey, she's separated. But she moved some. Oh, yeah, she is tight. Of course, we're going to keep her heavily looby-doobed here. Hey, look who's getting a little freed up there now. Oh, yeah, baby. That right there's a little more what we're after. Now, she still had a little tension, but look now. Bing, bong, pop, boop. Now, they say curiosity killed the cat, but since we're in here already, I'm curious to see what it looks like inside this bowl. Go in them star kind of pattern bolts right there. Flathead Phillips. She's got the combination kit. Sometimes you just got to get her together. You use what you got. Hey, that fits it right there. Just get your 1/2 inch impact ready. It's lucky I couldn't find my 1/2 inch impact. I don't know where that thing ran off to this time. She gone. Very carefully here, trying to pop the top and salvage her gasket, and that did not happen. We almost had her, but she tore at the back. A fun fact, I've never been into one of these. Needle's definitely stuck right now. I'll pull that, which should let our float go. Old float's got true duals on her. And boy howdy, that thing's stuck. Whoop. Well, needle may be stuck, but the seat there, she's threading. Well, it's a good thing we didn't slap her back together and try it, because it would have never let any fuel in there. If we look in the bowl, can y'all see all that down there? Oh man, can you imagine if we filled that up with fuel? Yeah, just a little bit of stuff. Oh, we'll just take that off and she'll pull right out. There's your accelerator pump. What's for dinner? Rust chunk stew, apparently. She needs a soaking that ain't no joking, because she's in bad shape. Just so happen to have the perfect amount of Zep Industrial Cleaning Vinegar all-purpose cleaner. Now, I ain't been overly impressed with this stuff, but it's what I got. And we're just gonna get her rolling here, get her cleaning. Now, holy carburetor kit, guys. Took like a day and a half, almost 2 days to get this thing. Cleaned her bowl up pretty good yesterday, cleaned out the inside real good. She's practically halfway brand new looking, give or take a stain or two. Cleaned up the top half and got all of our little hardwares and stuff soaking, kind of cleaned up on what I could. Hoping this is the right one. Now, the bottom half may be missing, the old base plate. Well, she's in the powder coating booth. Well, what in the space heater we got going on over here, huh? Hey, Little spray paint job set up even though it was freezing out this morning. Little redneck southern ingenuity going on right there, huh? Little fiberglass blanket, she won't burn. No sir, them are for putting out fires, not starting them. So, let's see if we can get this little carbureting machine device back together. Of course, I was real smart and did not take pictures of this before I took it apart. Pretty sure this is a universal kit for any Rochester one barrel, because I guarantee you we do not have that many gaskets in there. Of course, since this ain't for us, we can actually make it nice and put a little black paint down on the base plate. And I wish I was playing, but I really don't quite remember. Now, it's not a super complicated carburetor by any means, but still, we're probably about to ride the struggle bus a little bit, getting her all the way back together. That right there's the gasket we need for that. Or it kinda is. It wants to line up, it just ain't perfect. Damn worthless universal. One kit fits all. Whatever. Clean all this up, I use my wire wheel. You know, a couple different ones, and then just some Scotch-Brite. Oh, actually, I had to get creative. Cut a piece of Scotch-Brite and tie wire. And I made my own little specialty brushes. You cut those in different sizes. I quadruple stranded one of them, and boy, you put that in a drill and just go in there and send her to town. It did a good job, so give it a try if you're in a pinch like I was. Just shove that screw through that little overlapping gasket. All it does is act like Loctite, guys, to ensure these screws never want to back out. Next, we need to get that blade slid back down in there, maybe. Get this slapped back together. Pop our new gasket in there. This is our choke. Look what happens when you put a little heat on her. See how she starts spinning? She'll spin quite a bit, won't she? So that hooks our little lever in there, which has her choked, and then as she heats up, whoop, she opens that baby up. She just uses a retaining clip with a little screw, so if we gotta clock that when it's on the vehicle, not really a big deal. We're just gonna snug them, we ain't gonna smoke them to Alabama. Next on this piece, our needle and seat. Our old one was plumb stuck, never got it separated. Oh, that's good. Rip a hole in the bag when the top's open, that makes sense. Yep. Yep. Pop that back on. Next, we're gonna do a little accelerator pump rebuild here. Pull that old seal off, she's in bad shape. Clean up the debris that was underneath there. Popped our new seal on there. If you try to put the spring on here that's supposed to go underneath there, it flares it out entirely too much. I don't see how it'll go together with it. It sprayed me that time anyhow. We're gonna try our luck and just slap her together here with that like that. I ain't a carburetor guy. I just do what I do when I gotta do it to get done what I need to get did. Oh, that's a good way of saying it. Now if I was a betting man, I bet I was supposed to put this down on here. See, I told you I wasn't no carbureting man. I was trying to figure out why there wasn't no gasket for that. That's because you gotta take that and put it on there, and then that loops back there, and that's your gasket. Dang it! And a real carburetor man wouldn't have just put it on there upside down too. Give it a little flip there. And hopefully third time's a charm, and we can finally put this thing all the way together. Gonna get our mismatched screws started back, thread that on, one lever on, wham bam, thank you ma'am. And guys, not too bad of a job, as long as hopefully it's good to go. Got us a new gasket for the base plate, got her nuts, let's slap her on the truck. Hopefully there's enough light for y'all to see. Whoop! Slap the old one barrel tower of power right back on, and we're gonna hook her right back up. All right, snug and snug. Little throttle lever, there she is. Thought I lost our fancy pen. Whoop! Gonna go ahead and rig up our little temporary fuel system here. Custom fuel cell. Oh, she's thirsty, ain't she? Get a little Get Her Done 91 in there. Drop her in. Boy, that looks like a quality ground. I'm gonna rob her a little jumper wire and see if she wants to chug. Oh, she's chugging. We're gonna get a flashlight and look down that carburetor because it sounded like it was spraying. No, it was just spraying in the bowl, I think. Bowl filling up. So that's good. She is leaking there some. Well, that's definitely not what we want to see. Just her leaking from all over on the back side. Gonna give her a couple love taps. Hey-yo, she ain't leaking no more. I think we just fixed her. Fixed her for now anyhow. She ain't overflowing, and she was pumping, so bingo. I think we're good there for now. So all of our old stuff right here, we're just gonna throw it right back in, see if she wants to bust off. I wire wheeled them threads just because a few of them, about half of them were rusty. Had to cheat and get the wrist saver in on some of that action. Pop on the rotor, then the cap, and then the plug wires, and that thing is plumb worn out. Oh yeah, they were all pretty worn out there. Give her a couple pumps, get her coil hot, going live. Nothing. Not even acting like she's trying. Let's check her for spark. Well, she was sparking. I did just see our wire here though spark off where this wire is broke, so maybe they were maybe it was providing a constant ground. Try again. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. She had to work up the courage to get some compression. Uh-oh. Now I ain't getting diddly. Hey! There she goes! There she goes! Yeah, baby. She busted off. Of course, I couldn't get out here quick enough to kind of keep her going. Before we get too crazy with it and let it run too much, since it did bust off, let's just go ahead and change the oil in it while we're here. Now she did bust off enough to blow all that out the damn exhaust. Look, direct hit to the old door. Oh, good thing she popped loose. I didn't need that knuckle. Here comes the oil. And we'll let it do a little draining and come up top. Up here, we're gonna pull the cap off the old canister. I think I seen some sparklies floating around in there, so I'm just gonna run the old magnet around in here and see what happens. She's definitely got a little metal wear going on. Used the old vacuum bleeder and sucked her out. Boy, and down in here, there's some hucky puck. I dropped that in there, and the bottom in there ain't flat, so I was like, how the heck is that supposed to seal on there? Funny enough, it basically looks like what come out of there, same height, flow through design, but you can see that thing is crushed. This is definitely too tall for that. That's the wrong filter, guys. And that means that's the wrong filter. And that means that engine's been going with no filtering going on, which definitely ain't no good. Well, darn it, guys. Hopefully their motor ain't hurt on the inside from the lack of filtering that engine's been receiving. I did find what I believe to be the correct filter online. It shows it won't be here till the day after Thanksgiving, so I gotta see if I can get it ordered. We're pretty much at a standstill once again. Turn that hat backwards, all right? Between carb kits and oil changes, if it's okay with you, truck, I'd like to get you running. That means she came in, and that looks like it'll fit that a little better. Hey, there we go, almost like that's made for that. We're gonna have a little filtering going on now. She had all of Thanksgiving to drain. Yep. Now, what in the homemade gasket we got going on here? I can't tell what that's made out of. The seal that comes with this is entirely too big. This little thing that comes with the other one is obviously too small and wrong type seal. The only other filter they showed available for this thing was way too big for it. It was like a damn 8-incher. We're gonna slap this back on and hope she seals. We're gonna give her a little seafoam down in the crankcase. Shoot, we'll give her a little in the fuel too, how's that? What you say we get a little bit of fresh oil flowing in her here? Perhaps we slap a little zinc additive in there. Couple more of these. All right, with some fresh oil in her, let's see if we can get her running. Little ticking going. Come on, baby, oil up. Oil up. Oh, she's trying to idle on us. Y'all wanna know why I wasn't excited? Usually I get all excited. I wasn't excited because I damn near cut my thumb in half pulling that wire. It was running, guys. It sounded like we had a little ticking going on, but it ain't oiled up in a while, so hopefully we'll get oil to places and she'll be happy. Yeah, there we go. Stay running. Oh, she's idling. Don't die. Don't die. She died. Yeah, she died. Our fuel pump wire that used to run over here, I took it and I hooked it up over here where we had fuel pressure, turned the idle up just a hair. Now, we ain't got coolant or water in it, so, you know, that 10, 15 seconds I ain't too worried about, but we want to get her full of some fluids before we run her too much more. Oh. And at first, all she's gonna get is water, because maybe they popped that off there to prevent it from like freezing up. Maybe they just had water in it, so that's how they drained it. Maybe that radiator's got bigger problems. We don't know. Go, 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 go. That's how to properly install a funnel. Third time's a charm. Yeah, I may have forgot something. That thing being full of water ain't gonna do us no good with no belt on that thing. She's still got no belt. Now, speaking of no good, the water looks like it's dripping out of the cab or fender, possibly. So are you telling me we got a bad heater core? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you. See her drip dropping in there? Sure enough. She just, you know, she likes to be full of surprises sometimes. Yep. Here we go, snug. That's interesting. Just crawled in here to retie our wire down here, and I noticed, yeah. So I don't know if that broke when this broke earlier, and it was just like barely hanging on there. I don't know if it's just been barely hanging on there, but that's a problem. Now this stud right here is being ornery, and that nut don't want to come off. Just pulled her whole wire off since she's kind of butchered on. It's a good time to just tune up the ignition anyhow. We proved the ignition will work, so let's just rip all this crap off. Especially since she's kind of being ornery wanting to run. Can't imagine why. Pull our condenser. Be sure to throw it so you try to lose the screw, but if you're gonna do that, have eagle eye where you can find the screw. Crank that over till we get them points open. Another screw and we get them points out. Look at our points here. They're actually all copper. That in there is brass. Now that spring ain't. But look, she's even got a little copper strip for good ground. Fancy. Just adjusted that to 19 thousandths. Couldn't really find good info online, so what should I set them points to? I don't know. They're set. Hopefully all that stuff's better than what was in there anyhow. Whip us up a new wire here. Now I usually don't replace coils, and I didn't plan on replacing this one, but they sent one with all the other stuff, so you know what, since we're here, I'm feeling generous. Okay, let's just slap on the new coil. Let's get buck nasty. Let's get crazy. We gotta clean up this wire anyhow. Oh, she must be a little girthier than that other one because she does not want to fit in there. Get that wired up. We're gonna get an eyelet on our green wire here. I just ripped my britches. That's all right. That's just like having a cow induction hood down below. You just get going fast, you get that hood scoop action. Before we slap the rest on, we're gonna test for spark. Woo! That spark right there, that thing wrapped plumb around the valve cover. She's hotter than a two-pecker tomcat. You start adding up stuff like a weak coil, 3 or 4 wires twisted together for connections, dirty connections, old points and everything, and you replace all that stuff. And yeah, she's got like a turbocharger ignition system basically at this point with 400 shot of nitrous. Shiny new rotor. Look at this cap, guys. A good one. Got brass all the way through. Quality. She is quality. Got our new plugs and slap them in. And we're also going to swap this out before we get... Hey-yo. I'm up here, by the way. We're going to swap this out. I'm going to slap new cable on, plug wires, and we should be good to go to try again. New cable, new plug wires. I got crazy and threw on a new ground. I forgot how bad those old plug wires came off. Those new ones, way better. Go, baby! I think she was trying to warm up. I don't know that our water pump's pumping at all. Sometimes stuff runs pretty good off the old stuff. In this case, I would definitely say we had a great improvement from replacing that stuff. Now they said this thing's been sitting for 10 years, but that ignition system looked much older than 10 years. So what are we gonna do now? Maybe pull a valve cover just to have a look-see out of curiosity. Oh, look at that long old girl right there. Let's crank her over with no power. I mean, I didn't see any oil moving anywhere, so yeah, that didn't do me no good, did it? Well, what the internet says about valve lash is all over the place for a 235. I called Uncle Rick and he said he'll get me what numbers I need. So I'm gonna pull number 1 and get her on top dead center. Should be right in there. Uncle Rick said what I could find, 6 on the intake, 18 on the exhaust. Now that's hot. We're pretty warm. She ain't hot, but I mean, I can't keep my damn finger in there, okay? Hot enough. Let me show you guys down here. There's a hole back there where you can see the flywheel. And there's a mark on there, and that's how we know we're at top dead center. Besides that, we know we're on compression stroke, and that's pointing at number 1, since we know which one is number 1. With number 1 at top dead center, we can check our exhaust intake, this intake, then we're gonna skip this exhaust, then we can do that exhaust, then we'll skip this intake, check this intake, I'm getting confused again, skip this exhaust, do this exhaust, and that's it. We check the clearances on them, we rotate the motor, 1 full turn, that should get us at number 6, top dead center, I do believe, and then we check the remaining ones. So here's our 6 thousandths filler gauge, number 1 intake, we're gonna check that. That fits perfect. And that kind of fits perfect in there too. So that exhaust right there is tight because it should be at 18 thousandths. With that popped loose, as we spin this, we're gonna adjust and open our gap over here. Can y'all see that moving? I'm gonna set it to our filler gauge where it can pull in and out of there good. Get us a good screwdriver there. Of course, you get it where you want it. You want to lock that unit down. Now we can check some more of them. Intake, that's good. And our exhaust, she's probably about 7 thousandths. Definitely too tight there too. Yep. Intake, she's a little tight. That's a little better. And the exhaust back there, and she's actually just about right. So with them all checked, now we need a rotator. Get number 6 on top dead center, repeat the process. We're close right there. This is number 6. Pull that cap. You can see that's where it's pointing at. So now we can check all the ones we didn't mark. Let's fire her up and see if she's oiling. Figured we'd see oil going everywhere, but I don't see any. Guys, I don't think we're getting any oil pressure. Just chattering, I'm not seeing no oil. We should be having an oily mess. I pulled this out the side of the motor, which I believe would be oil, and I fired her up for a split second, and we didn't get nothing out of there, so I don't know if she ain't got a oil pump. I don't know if she just ain't primed good or what. Well, I guess we can change all that fancy new fluid we just put in this baby. I don't know what to do. I mean, we could try to prime it. I ain't got a priming tool, but we can drop the oil pan pretty easy and take a look-see, I think. Holy cow. Finally got in on this front corner. She's starting to move some. Well, she's starting to come loose anyhow. Nothing real scary looking in here. We don't even know that it's actually a bad oil pump. But just for fun, you know, because I'm bored and got a lot of free time on my hands, I thought maybe we could pull out this fuel pump. So I pried that baby right there. And I spun it till it was in a spot that I was happy with. Can y'all see that jam nut and that bolt right there? Well, I broke that loose, and that's what's supposed to retain this, I do believe. So we want to get her all backed out there. I disconnected this. Whoop! Whoop! She's all dropping everywhere. Oil's flying, folks. Oil's flying. There's our oil pump right there. Now, because trying to rig up something to prime that when it's all together, you know, is far too simple. Now that we've pulled it apart, let's see if we can get that thing to prime or not. Yeah, you got them glass packs popping, don't you? Got an old screwdriver here. I was gonna say she's earned her keep, but she's earned her demise. Let's see if she'll oil up. Hey, she's oiling now. With knowing it was running, with me thinking no oil pressure at all, I'm still happy we looked in the oil pan. Want to make sure there's nothing scary in there. I think if we can get it all back together and get it pumping oil, it's going to be fine. But I'm out of time. What in the oily mess do we got going on around here? I did some work with that, you guys. Nothing crazy. I just bolted that oil pump back in and bolted the, that pan, oil pan. I bolted on the oil pan. That's what I did. So it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, the oil pan's back on. Filter full of oil, and I pulled our distributor. Here she is right there. And maybe y'all can see I got my priming tool in there, aka the old screwdriver special. And I started priming on that thing, and priming and priming and priming. Never got oil to the top. I loosened up our oil filter cover and started getting oil out of there, which is good. So we've got oil flowing, but up top we've got no oil going. Now, I do not know much about these 235s. Hey, watch out there. And I did a little internet research, and upon doing research, I found out that the oil's supposed to flow up right there where that head bolt goes. You can see a plug right there. You can see where the bolt's missing right there. There's a passage in there that then brings the oil up into here. That bolt's supposed to be hollow, or kind of like a capital D, where that oil has a place to go. Well, what do we have here? As you see, this one is neither hollow nor is it D-shaped. What I'm saying is, since they had that engine rebuilt, the top end of that has not been getting oil. Ain't no way it could get oil. However, if I plug this hole and prime it, one, you're gonna see oil come out of this tube, which come to find out is broke. Now that's supposed to be crimped over where it's not full flowing, but that one's broke. Maybe y'all could see oil coming out of this stuff. It oils up just fine. So what does that mean for us? Well, it means two things. One, since that tube's supposed to be kind of crimped, we're gonna try crimping it. The next thing we gotta do is find our head bolt, because we gotta have that special one. So I'm gonna start removing them one at a time, putting them back one at a time, till hopefully we find the right one. Hopefully we find the right one. What if someone was putting the head on and they're like, hey, look at this goofy bolt. They threw it in the trash and got a regular one. I don't know, guys. I don't know. First, I'm gonna see if I can tell what these are even torqued at. That way we know what to torque them back to. That was 75. The internet said they should be 90. Well, they're torqued at least 90, so that's what we're gonna put them back to. Yeah, y'all like that fancy torque wrench? Uncle Rick just dropped her off. I don't know if these bolts in the center are the same length or not. And we can't take them out without pulling the whole rocker shaft arm assembly thing off. So I guess after this we'll work our way out on these outside ones, and hopefully it'll be one of them. It ain't that one. These bolts that go down in the center and out there, they're a little shorter. I checked all of our longer bolts, guys, and it ain't here. This bolt does not exist. Someone tossed her. Hell, we don't need the old funky shaped bolt. Slap this one in there. I really don't know what happened to it. I just know we need it. We ain't got it. All I heard is we need a custom bolt. Well, we're in the right spot for that. Yeah. Found it. Oh, she's capital D shaped now, ain't she? Threads are chasing just perfectly. Let's go get this baby in the truck. Just don't break, bolt. Just don't break. All right, let's see if we can get her oil in now. You dang right, baby. Guys, I think we're good on that. That's just off the drill. You get this thing running, she's gonna start flowing. Plus the stuff starts rocking. Rockers rock. So once the rockers rock, maybe they get a little more oil to the ones that aren't getting as much oil right now. I think I know what I'm saying in my head anyhow. What I'm saying is, let's slap this unit back together. That should be pointing how that should go. We need that in line with that. That's a reference on our engine for timing. Get our plug in. Ignition should all be happy. See my fuel hose right here? I'm gonna loop it kind of back like this and just try to control this oil because I want to fire it up with the cover off. Come on, baby, be good to us. Damn! Sewing machine, guys. See her coming out of her rockers now. All I know is she busted right off, even though it's chilly this morning, and it is running way better than it was. Obviously quieter, but running better. Let's see if we can hit the key and start her from the inside. I think she is a little thirsty. Hey, oh, looky there. Can't hardly hear her running over here. Well, you can see she's running over here. The timing's kind of moving. Of course, it's got that external advanced or whatever, you know, so I don't know if that's a little rickety. When I got it back in that one spot, she was happy, but even just revving on it there, she kind of seemed like she won't backfire. But she's running better. Okay, I don't think we're perfect yet, but we definitely fixed our oiling problem, which is a big deal. But unfortunately, guys, for this week, that's all I got time for. So will she run? Yes, she will. Did she have some oiling issues? Yes, she did. Did we solve them? Hopefully so. Is it ready to take up and down the road right now? Absolutely not. I've got a damn mess everywhere. I'd like to get it all warmed up and check our valve lash again and everything, but I don't think our water pump's pumping, so we're gonna have to swap that out. We need to bypass our heater hoses since that heater core's leaking, because I bet most of the water ran out of it again. And like I said, I'm out of time, guys, so I appreciate y'all watching. Now, if you want to support the puddins.fab.shop.com, we've got some stuff in stock. I don't know what we got. However, today we are releasing 500 Richardson 112 hats. I wish I could show you them and say they look just like this, but I ain't even decided what color combos I'm releasing yet. I just know I'm gonna do about 500 worth, and once they're gone this month. But we got more, and they'll be releasing right at the first of the year. So I appreciate all y'all support there with the merchandise stuff. I appreciate y'all just coming back and watching, liking, you know, telling your buddies, your granny, everyone. Y'all just keep spreading the word, and we keep growing little by little, and I appreciate it, you guys. I'm on the Instagrammer, I'm on the Patreon, and I believe that's it. Now, we're not done with this old gal, all right? We'll be back on her. But for this week, that's all she wrote. Don't forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project. Oh man, we didn't even have a chance to go through the hubcaps in the back of this thing. Oh, these ones right here are the ones that come with the Chevy Love. I forgot I set them back there. Hey, that one with the R, pretty sure those came factory on a Ranchero.